Hey, what's up, y'all? Over here on my way to my way to work and stuff. Um, something just came across my mind. Right now, don't quote me on it. Believe me, when I post this, I will have the accurate information in the link below. But the price tag to deport 11 million illegal immigrants is going to cost the taxpayers, you, me. Um, I think it's right now is about $185 billion. You know, billion, trillion, it's getting all convoluted right now. So, $185 billion, which is quite the price ticket for something that we on the hook for. So, I will say this. I totally 100% agree that the individuals whom are going to do harm to me, my kids, to America needs to be out. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree. But the outrage doesn't make sense because when you actually look at the crime that is being done in America, it's being done mostly by Americans. Case in point, the school shootings. School shootings have been done by American children of American parents. And actually, as of the most recent, white kids. So, with that being said, let's understand that with the illegal immigrants, that term that is being thrown out so callously. How about this? Immigrants. Because we all are immigrants. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, man. This is why you don't do this. We're all immigrants. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just say that the immigrants that are here without proper documentation, of that, how many are really committing crimes? Most of them are working in the very fields that, guess what? They're not going to work. So, as we already know, that the prices of everything, food, gas, clothes, housing, is already to the sky. Guess what else is about to rise? Food. These tariffs are not going to help anything. Prices that are already high are going to rise even higher. It's already there. Hey, look, I love my coffee. And now to hear that my coffee is going to go up with everything else going up? Come on, man. So, the government, Trump, President Trump, your administration already know where the immigrants are. Because it was the border states during President Biden's administration that was sending the overflow of the illegal immigrants up to these states, to these cities such as Chicago and other cities that you're seeing on the news where there are mass immigrant deportations. Let me ask you, if this was all about the immigrant deportations, then why are you focusing on the schools? Why are you going to the churches? The criminals are not at the schools and the churches. Let's be for real. The right answer, in my opinion, would be yes, focus on the ones that are out, deport them by always. And the ones that are in, let's start with the ones that actually have the children that are here, the children that were born here, the children that knows nothing else but America. Don't fuck with them. They're American citizens. We already know that the adoption and child protection services need massive attention and reform. Hey, come on now. Come on now. With that being said, these children are going to need their parents. Their parents whom have at least been here in America for the duration of the life of that child. If you're talking about school age. How old does a child have to be in order to get to attend school? So, let's go ahead and give citizenship to these parents. Oh, that's not right. They don't have to do that. You just got to say that they got to... MAGA. Because in the executive order that Trump did sign into effect, that is got this whole thing spiraling out of control. There is a provision. There is a provision only if the father is American. Now, my ladies, stand up. Ladies, how in the hell is Trump protecting you all when there is a group of women whom have carried children, whom are here trying to give their children a better life? And that doesn't even count for their child, more or less themselves. So, I would suggest, with that same pen that you did with this, the child and their parents. That's fair. Get some unity. Because at the end of the day, with this small percent of 11 million immigrants, undocumented immigrants that are here, they're here doing the jobs that, let's be frank, we don't want to do. Let's be for real, black people. How many of y'all trying to go back to a field? Understand that with this Project 2025 that President Trump is signing into effect, overtime is in there. So, black people, we back in the fields because that's pretty much the only job that we can get, because now the corporations have the ability to underline say, I'm not going to hire you because you're black. This whole push of AI, you go to a McDonald's, you go to your Walmart, you don't see a whole lot of cashiers over there. So, with that being said, if you're not at least going into a trade school for some type of electrical, computer, or robotic degree, you're going to be right there in the fields. The same education that they're trying to privatize. And let me tell you, removing DEI, you know what that means, black people? With that education that they're trying to privatize, these private schools have the right to underline say, we don't want you here because you're black. At the end of the day, what cannot be denied is that within the MAGA movement, white supremacists have tagged on. Within the MAGA movement, there are a lot of white supremacists with a lot of money, a lot of influence. Steve Bannon has had the ear of the president during his first administration, and gee whiz, Musk is out. Believe me, it wasn't because of trolls that Musk is out. Musk is out is because of Steve Bannon. The same Christian nationalists that are in Congress making the laws right now. That's one thing that they do agree. They're white supremacists and they're racist on both sides of the aisle. Woo, boy, this is a lot, right? So yeah, if you just do that, consideration for the children that are born here, consideration for the parents, and consideration for the fact of the elderly. Come on now. If you got a person that has been in this country for well over 20 years, why are you trying to get at them now? And they ain't did nothing. The reach around for me is that these undocumented immigrants that are working in these fields for these low paying wages still being taxed. Would that make sense? So let's make it right. Because if you look at that, just that right there means that ICE and the military have no reason to be at schools, to have no reason to be at churches, to focus on cleaning up the communities of all of the criminals. Yes, an undocumented immigrant is the one that killed Lincoln Riley. An undocumented immigrant is serving a life sentence in an American jail. An undocumented immigrant who killed an American citizen had his day in court. Due process. Let's give all of the undocumented immigrants due process. Grow no, baby. I guess it's time for me to show my face.